Welcome, Leo, to your love reading for August 23rd to the 26th of 2018. Alright, so let's see what's going on with you. So we do have the Knight of Wands, and I feel like this is the energy of, fun, having a good time, but also maybe a fire sign that you might be dealing with. And I feel like you need to be a bit cautious, and maybe when it comes to protecting your energy from another person who could just be a one-night thing. If you're not into that, if you are, you just be mindful about it. I feel like this is a person who may be kind of coming in and out of your life at times. It might be there just for the sexual, reasons at times, but I feel like there might be some travel, some good times, or good things going on with you when it comes to a connection in a certain person. All right. Now, sometimes that particular person might even entice you with maybe pictures, or try to draw you in through whether words that they might say. And using their body as a tool to get what they want. So that could be part of something to be mindful about. That could be you, all right, but somebody else. So let's just, that was just a card that came out. So we'll do start again. So the overall energy between you and your romantic partner, which that could be, all right, or love interest. Overall energy between you and your love interest for Leo. And I do wish you all a happy birthday. I believe, let's see, from the 23rd. So now, I believe we might be in the Virgo season. All right. Let me pause this. Yes, we are in the Virgo season. So this is going to be a happy birthday to the Virgos. Now, if you have a love interest or a romantic partner who's a Virgo, wish them a happy birthday. But a happy belated birthday if your birthday was this week. All right. So let's see what's going on with you. So the overall energy between you and your love interest for Leo. So yes, this is over. You're trying to get over arguments, resentment, arguments and struggles from the past, and I feel if it has anything to do with some kind of sexual chemistry that you had with somebody, something that didn't go right, a mistake, a choice that was made. Sometimes this is just getting over that energy and not moving forward with somebody just because of that particular connection. Maybe it needs to be more of an emotional connection for a lot of you at times. So I feel like this is the energy of forgiving somebody, so allowing the tension to subside between you and somebody else. All right. Now, what is your partner or love interest bringing towards you for Leo? Yeah, they're getting over the stress as well. Okay, if they were worried, they had some fears about you, if they couldn't stop thinking about you and wondering what you were doing, I feel like this is the energy of trying to trust and they get over those kind of things and those anxieties. All right, let's clarify the Nine of Swords in reverse for that particular person coming towards you. Your stress is completely there. I feel a lot of times that comes through as like a decision that you and them have made in the past, and it's to kind of free yourself and maybe move on to maybe reconcile in the future. But there was some intense conflict maybe last week or earlier in the week for some. All right, now let's see, what is the energy, what is your response, what might you be bringing towards your love interest, Leo? Yeah, a lot of you are thinking about what has happened, I feel, and you're waiting around and you're trying to figure out whether or not they're going to return, whether or not you should return to them, whether or not you should return to a past person. These kind of things that might be running in your mind. That's what this seems like, is a reflective kind of thing going on. And I feel with the full moon coming, I believe on the 26th or around the weekend, in Pisces, that does activate your 8th house of death and transformation. A lot of things when it comes to the sexual response from your partner, whether or not there's an intimate factor there, the joint resources with legal matters, the intensity that might be there, the fears that you might have, these things could pop up. So I feel like this is the energy of thinking about these things in a deeper way. All right, so what is the response? What is the advice for Leo? So you have death. All right, moving on, letting go. You're going through, that's the 8th house, that is Scorpio. Some of you dealing with maybe a fire sign. You got Virgo, you got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then you have Scorpio showing up. Any other sign is going to be relevant for you in your situation, but I feel like that is a lot of you could be experiencing a memorial or the loss of somebody. You're thinking about a particular person, a romantic partner that's no longer here, someone that's no longer here that you used to be connected to. in an intimate way, and you're going through removing yourself from that particular person and situation, or at least changing the way that you approach them, the way that you open up to them. If it's just for, again, the sexual things that might be there, if it's part of you allowing someone to have you perceive them in a certain way, now you see them in a different light, and you're starting to understand what they might be about. I see as though sometimes these energies come through where you have tolerated something for a very long time, and you had no other choice but to kind of, accept it for what it was, because you didn't know at the time of how to handle that person until you had some experience with them. And that's part of, I feel like a lot of you are just getting real with the scenario situation that you deal with. And let's see, what is the outcome for Leo? August 23rd. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of you might even be thinking about other things that you want to do. You're focused on your goals. You might even still be waiting for another person to come back if you feel like their energy might still be connected to yours in some way. But I feel like this is just a thing about releasing something, still going through a process of removing yourself, maybe from an ex-partner, a current relationship or romantic partner, because they could be going through some kind of death process of moving on from somebody else. And I feel like you could be waiting for them to kind of come back to you as well. So that's what it seems like to me. All right, let's see messages, and let's look more into, let's see, one more energy. What might your love interest be going through this in the next few days for Leo? What might they be going through? Yeah, they're feeling a bit hurt. Okay, they're feeling rejected. This might be because of what you might be doing. If there was conflict or any kind of battle or anything like that, they could be even hurt, hospitalized, trying to heal from some kind of pains, trying to get some help with these things. I feel for some. Just for, it could be an ending that they might be experiencing as well, like a relationship that is end. If it's not with you, it's with a romantic partner. Just for Leo. Yeah, and they're very indecisive because of some kind of rejection that they might be experiencing with you and someone else. So it seems like they are very indecisive as well, because you might be giving off that energy. So let's see messages for Leo and love for August 23rd to 26th from Archangel Michael. So be gentle with yourself, and I believe Aries had this as well. It says here, Archangel Michael, please guide me in treating myself with the gentle, nurturing love in everything I think, speak, and do. Help me know that I deserve this compassion. I release any feelings of guilt to you, so that I may experience lasting inner peace. So releasing all of those kind of things, whether it's guilt, the way that you respond to somebody, what you might be thinking about yourself or someone else, and how they might be thinking about you. I feel like the intensity of those thoughts and emotions could really bring you down at times, and people don't realize how strong it can be and how it can take away your life force. So just be careful with that, okay? That's what that looks like. So let's see from the romance angels for Leo. Let's see. Reconciliation. It says someone from your past is returning to your life, and that could be dealing with maybe someone that you have been disconnected from. They might be around you in some way. They could return to you. Be open to it. If they're not returning this week, that means that yes, the potential for them to return is in the future, but a lot of you are still thinking about something where you want to reconcile with somebody, but it's not happening just yet because you're trying to close the door on that chapter still. Sometimes you might, last week sometime or a month ago, you might thought that chapter was completely over. A lot of times it brings it to an end, but sometimes that healing and what you need to kind of transmute and kind of really shut that door, seal it shut, throw away the key, melt it, those kind of things, so that it can be over and done with for a lot of you out there. So just keep that in mind when it comes to your week. So I do send you a lot of love, tons of light, tons of healing vibes as well. And you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com, schedule something for your energy. And I'm doing the recorded videos and the audio tarot uploads for those who would like private readings. The phone calls will not be an option maybe this week at this time, and it could take up to 24 hours or it could take up to 5 days. It just depends on how many people actually order readings. So just keep that in mind. All right, so have a great one. Enjoy.